social media pages, of course. Sonny Khadija, you are saying good evening, Bishop CEOCharlesOtieno. Oh, man, I'm not a bishop. And High Priest DJ Charm. The playlist is so lit that you drive us home to weekend. Tuned in, looking forward to a great conversation. Of course, we are having a great conversation today, Jackie. And you're saying, Manipeleke Ulafi, Nigeria, surely all those champagne bottles, no pun intended. Jackie, let me tell you, I was shocked that someone can have 12 cartons of champagne, and we stayed in Echo Hotel for 2 days when we were doing MTV Mama's Awards. And me and my 2 bottles, I thought we were done. And Frasha with his 6 bottles, we thought we had ordered. But the drinks were in the house, my friend. And let me tell you that story. Maybe Frasha, I should invite Frasha here one day to tell you how we are almost robbed from Eka Hotel to where there was an after party. In that group, there was Modoni, the drama queen, Daddy Owen. We were all Kenyan delegation and a couple of other international musicians, EVE, of course, of United States. It was just across the road, and some guys just appeared, and they wanted our phones. And let me tell you, we whisked out our belts, and we fought off those guys in Lagos. I should write a story about my escapades in Lagos and during the MTV Awards. But anyway, if you go to Nigeria, remember, you can eat yam fufu, or my favorite, orishirishi and pepper soup. Jackie, you can try that, orishirishi and pepper soup. Very interesting combination there. Okay, Abdikadir Abdallah, you are saying here at Komarok, I'm locked as usual until the end. Karibu sana, Abdikadir Abdallah. We like seeing you here. Baba Ramsi, you're saying listening with my baby boy Ramsi and my wife Mirka Sungut. Asante sana, Baba Ramsi. Jonah Adil Rasta, you're saying Githiga Stage and Duty as usual. You're tuned in. And then there's Madi Brownie Kahawa Sukari. You're saying you're well represented. Afande Malaria, say looks good. Asante sana Malaria. And then Marilyn Ayub Kavai, you're saying you're locked in. Of course, there's Alex wa Jamii Pishori, Jamii Rice Mills in Moya, you're saying you're locked in. Of course, Nelson Misiko Pipeline Mbakasi, you're saying you're tuned in. And of course, there's Kiprop Levis. You're saying, I'm always in the show from Sabot Koikoi, Asante sana. And you're saying, following from Sabot Koikoi, Asante sana. My peeps from Sabot, put your hands up, put your hands up. We really appreciate you. And there also a couple of other guys. I want to give quick shout out to Robert Niro, Joseph Nyahuri, Pili Hoho, of course, Chris Taure, Mdi Rasta Sukari, Kai Havertz, Gold Wasa, Goldwina Chola, Nelson Misiko, Abdikadir Abdallah, Peter Omari, Freddy Reborn, Ogemba Frederick, Mubarak Adeizi, Josephat Kiprotich, Lorenzo Diambo, Ketoyo Nicholas, and many others. We appreciate you for tuning in for Spice Drive, because this is your show, the show that brings all the A game. And now, people have been calling me and asking me, oh, so what happened to your friend Gor Semelango? First of all, Gor Semelango is a very good friend of mine, ladies and gentlemen. We are like brothers. He's a great man. He's a guy who is a very good businessman, philanthropist, and he's done very well for himself. And there are so many rumors going around that, oh, he's arrested and all this. But what I know is that Gor Semelango used to operate and opened a club in Dubai. It's called Fusion Club, one of the most well-kept clubs in Dubai, and he takes artists to his club in Dubai. So, and at some time, I think Gor had a partnership with a Kenyan lady, and I think there was a disagreement. And the way my good friend Donald Kip Korir says, and let me quote what Donald said, that my BFF Gor Semelango has been incarcerated in Dubai of a club business shareholder. The club Don Kip Korir is talking about is Afrofusion Dubai. Afrofusion is a very upmarket club in Dubai, and many people who've gone to Dubai, you know where it is. If you've been to Dubai, you know Afrofusion is one of the best Kenyan clubs in Dubai. It's owned by my friend God Semelao. And then he says, Don Kipkorir says that in Dubai, commercial disputes which are ordinary civil are criminal. So I think there's a disagreement. The fact of the story is a disagreement between two shareholders, and one of them feels something, and then there's something like that which has ended up into a dispute. So that's how the dispute is, and that's where Gor Semelango is incarcerated because of that dispute over ownership of the club, which I know he set up in Dubai, but he has a Kenyan partner as well, and I think there's a disagreement. So anyway, Don Kipkorir, the Wakili, says, I've asked our good foreign PS Singoei Korir to use our diplomatic relations to make sure that this issue is resolved, and we hope that it can be resolved as quick as possible, because matters of diplomatic UAE can usually be sorted very easily. So it is not right for Kenyan to use Dubai legal system against another Kenyan to settle a dispute that is contractual. Gor is a good man with a big heart. He was the chairman of Youth Development Fund during Mwai Kibaki's presidency, when the fund was very effective, and Gor is one of the few Kenyans who has no tribalism in his bone. So Don says, I pray my BFA and I'm optimizing the PS, who is also my friend, will expeditiously bring the matter to a close. So the truth is, that's what has happened in Dubai. God is also a very good friend of mine, ladies and gentlemen, and people who know me will tell you it is not a crime to have a good friend like that one. But disputes of such nature should not be taken to in the foreign country. You should come and sort it at home. But it is what it is. We understand that that's what's going on in that front of business. So Gor Semelango has been incarcerated for some time because of dispute over business. So do not say any other thing which is not there. It's just what it is. It is what it is, and that's what we are trying to clarify. So another interesting thing which happened this week is that Zuchu Zuchu is married to Diamond Platnumz. And the other week, the mother, Khadija Kopa, of course, the Tarab great, told her that she can leave that marriage if there's domestic violence. In case of domestic violence, you can leave. In fact, he said in Swahili, kipigo sitaki. And I wondered, why would a celebrated artist like Zuchu and the mother think that there's still violence amongst these issues of men and women? It's always interesting to see what happens. But so anyway, remember I told you today is the 24th. We are going to discuss these issues. So we've talked about Gor Semelango, we've talked about the incarceration, we've talked about Zuchu, we've talked about my escapades in Nigeria, and today, remember, we said it's also the World Matumbo Day, the World Tripe Day, the World Champagne Day. There's many other days, and it's only 68 days to end of the year. Away from that, Harambee Starlets are playing against Gambia today. Harambee Starlets are playing against Gambia, and the game is on, of course. Let me give you quickly a first 11 for the Harambee Stars girls. They're doing very well. Remember, the other time they went to the World Cup, and they have been representing as well. So now in there we have a couple. The first 11 is, of course, Lilian in the goalkeeper, Muteshi, and Lauren, Ngosi, Enes, Monalima, Lavenda, Martha, Wamboi, Charlene, and Fasila. Those are the people who are starting. Their head coach is Bedin, none other than Bedin Odemba, the lady who has taken us places in the matters of women football. So you can catch that game if you follow women football is on, and we appreciate and we hope that Harambee Starlets will make us proud the way they've always made us proud, winning matches and, of course, coming from behind and scoring more goals than their competitors. It's always interesting to have Harambee Starlets ruling the cruise. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you come back, we come with more stories and more vibe.